you will pass sailing through without any problem. Most of your examiners won't even know that. So don't try to remember that. Okay? Now, within a bilateral bar, double iron, with calf pad, with this shoe, you can provide what is known as a T-strap. A T-strap is given, say for example, I have the shoe. If I give a T-strap here, and I tighten this around the bar on the, see this, the T-strap is coming from here and it is tightening around this. What will this tightening do? It will take this foot into inversion. Okay? If this were on the outside, it will take it into eversion. So, how do you remember where to give the T-strap? T-strap in a conventional orthotic aid is given on the weaker side. Iron is stronger, leather is weaker. Give leather on the weaker side. Easy to remember. Is that simple? So T-strap is always given on the weaker side. If it is a varus deformity, you will give it on the outer side. If it is a valgus deformity, you will give it on the inside. That's simple. That's the T-strap. It's attached to the shoe, goes around and is tied on the outside of the bar. Modern orthotic aids, ankle foot orthosis, are polypropylene. Rigid ankle foot orthosis, there is no joint here. Polypropylene ankle foot orthosis, that's my slide. Until now you were seeing Dr. using slide, now it's my slide. This is also my slide. Now the same thing can allow a degree of dorsiflexion. Remember, anything that is rigid, it restricts the suppleness of your gait. Anything that is rigid, you know, it is very important. Why did nature design our gait like that? Our suppleness of the gait is designed in such a way. See, your heel strike, foot flat, mid stance, you're in this position, and then you come to this position, and then you move to this position. What's happening? Your CG is moving back and forth. But if I had stiff ankle and a stiff knee, you know how I'll walk? Each time I'll go down. And each time I'll come up. Each time I'll go down. The energy expenditure, the excursions of the center of gravity will be so huge that you will not walk too far. So the suppleness and the joint mobility is given to reduce the excursion of your center of gravity. If you read gait, you'll find it very clearly. So, if I have a rigid ankle foot orthosis like that, then the energy expenditure is more. This is stiff. So, you have a commercially available thing which allows a degree of dorsiflexion. Okay, that has a degree of dorsiflexion that is there. It's supposed to be a video, I don't think it works. Is it working? No, it's not. So, it doesn't matter. So, you also have this, which is a carbon fiber resilient allowing dorsiflexion. Why is dorsiflexion important? If there is dorsiflexion, then there is energy storage. Energy storage with the carbon fiber flexifoot type of, this is the carbon fiber flexifoot dorsiflexor brace. And that, you watching international TV? Oscar Pistorius? You watch? How does he work? He has a carbon fiber flexifoot on his torso, and he can run faster than you. That's because this stores energy for propulsion, power propulsion, and that storage of energy is far more than what your gastric units will provide. Okay, so these are modifications, but essentially with an ankle foot orthosis, which is given to prevent your climb. Is it clear? That's simple. When the same thing is extended up, it becomes a knee ankle foot orthosis. Same thing. This is the rigid AFO. Added to that is these two bars with a joint there and a high band. That becomes a knee ankle foot orthosis. So in the knee ankle foot orthosis, again you have a knee joint. This is called a drop knee lock. Drop knee lock. This is the lock position. Works. That's the drop knee lock is raised and it bends down like that. So it bends and you have a drop knee lock function. So when you bend it, it is down, it is up, and when you
extended it.
I don't think videos are working on this. That's the first video. Okay, that's not good. So that's your drop knee lock. So when you straighten it, it automatically falls into place and it corrects itself. For some reason it's not working as I want. Cleaning file here. It's all in this. It's all in this only. Anyway, whatever. It's not working. So when you straighten this, this is heavy, it is alloy, it falls into place and it locks the
extension. Extension
that's the lock position. Can you see that? That's the lock position. It is fallen into a lock position. So okay. The same joint can be computerized. Okay, modern joint. This was the joint from Amsterdam which I saw. Totally computerized, and it actually mimics the normal polyaxial joint. It's designed beautifully. So horrendously expensive. It costs about 500,000 rupees. Okay. So modern modifications are there where you can do that, where essentially you have feedback depending on the position. It doesn't buckle down like that. It has a slow resistance that changes with the position of the knee, with the sensory input that is there. So those are modifications, but unlikely you'll be shown any of those. Joint principle of a joint is the drop knee lock that you use. Number one, the position of the axis is corresponding to the position of the axis of the knee joint, which is the proximal attachment of the midi-collateral ligament of the knee. That is what is the taken as the axis. You will say, no, knee joint is polyaxial, inverted J-shape. Yes, it is. But the complexity of creating such a polyaxial joint is so horrendously expensive. It is cheaper to have a fixed one-point knee joint for these patients. Axis for these patients. So this is the computer. This picture is not very clear. This is the computer and the complete sensory feedback resistance. You can climb stairs with this using this brace. So that's what you have. Now you have a traditional type of caliper. But see the 6-inch shoe is? This is a surgical shoe. This, so how do you describe this, sir? This is a knee, ankle, foot orthosis with a 6-inch shoe race, with a fixed ankle, with a knee lock, which is drop knee lock, with a calf band and a thigh band. So that's how you describe your orthopaedic. Again, the same thing from the front. There is a calf band there, there is a thigh band there, there is a knee pad also which is there. Now, this is the producing slide. If you see here, in some of them, we have the same molded knee ankle foot orthosis with a rigid ankle foot component, with a drop knee lock, with this is the retial seat. So some of these orthotic aids, you must look at the proximal end. Is it bent out like this, like this? Can you see? Normally you should see the sharp edge like this on the top. But if it is rolled out like that, this is called a ischial seat. Ischial seat. That is, it's an ischial weight relieving caliper. So it is not actually a relieving caliper, it is sharing the weight with the limb. Because when you put the weight on the ground, through this, through the bar, through here, weight is transmitted partially directly to the ischium. So there is some weight coming to the ischium, so that's the ischial weight relieving caliper. In these patients, like that you saw today, the recurvatum, you can give a caliper, and for one patient who has got a very mild recurvatum, this is what is described. There is a pad at the back, 2 pads in the front, above and below. Thus is the Swedish knee cage given for recurvatum knee. So how do you describe this? Sir, this is a knee orthosis. This is not a knee ankle foot orthosis, this is a knee. So this is a knee orthosis with a popliteal band to prevent recurvatum. You don't have to remember Swedish knee cage. So I'm telling you how to answer in the exam and get away with a simple knowledge of the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons classification. Is it clear? Now the same thing, you have, sir, it's the knee orthosis, not extending to the calf, not extending to the foot, not extending to the ankle, not extending to the hip, it's only extending in the knee. So this is actually a mermaid split, which was given earlier routinely for patients with genu valgum, based on the 3-point principle. Genu valgum like that, you fix in this medial portion, tie a strap here, tie a strap here. This is one point of contact, this is the second point of contact, the third point of contact. So you have a 3-point principle, you tighten the end belts and you have correction of the deformity. So mermaid splint used to be given routinely in earlier times when rickets was rampant. Now